Hi, dear students, welcome to our electromagnetic theory course. In this class, we will discuss about one of the important parameter in our electromagnetic theory, that is nothing but electric field intensity. In last class, we discussed about the principle of superposition theorem, principle of superposition theorem. So, this theorem can be applied if there exist point charges more than 2. In that case, we have the formula F bar equal to what? Q into 4 pi epsilon naught for the first charge into Q1 by that R square into AR, means for the first one we can write like this, that is Q1 into, in terms of the vector notation we can write R bar by R cube. Okay, whereas the position vector of the point the position vector of Q1 is taken as what? R1, and position vector of this Q is taken as what? R. So that's why the distance vector is what? Difference between the position vectors. So it is the terminating point, it is the starting point, it is field point, it is source point, that is R bar minus R1 by R bar minus R1 whole cube plus another one is what? Q2 R bar minus R2 bar. Similarly, we need to replace what? For Q1 we consider Q2, okay, for Q1 R1, and here similarly that is what? R bar minus R2 bar whole cube. For Q1, for Qn we can write what? That is Qn R bar minus Rn bar by R bar plus 1 R bar minus Rn bar whole cube. The simplified expression is, now the simplified expression can be written as what? That is Q by 4 pi epsilon, what? Epsilon naught. What we have? It is summation only, that is replaced by summation. 1 here 2 here n, means that is it is applicable to 1 to n, that is Qi R minus R bar minus Ri bar by R bar minus Ri bar, of course here you need to take bar, whole cube. So this is about the principle of superposition. Okay, that means it is similar to what? Your superposition theorem in networks analysis or electrical circuits theory. Okay, suppose the voltage across particular element due to source 1 is V1 and voltage across particular element due to source 2 is V2 and V3, okay, due to third source. Then total voltage across that given element is given by what? Sum of all these three. V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Similarly here it is F1, first one is F1 and it is second one is F2 and third one is F3 plus last one is what? Fn bar. So this is about what? Principle of superposition. If you have charges more than, if you have point charges more than 2. Okay, by applying this principle of superposition theorem, principle of superposition, we will get what? Force due to n number of point charges at n number of point charges on charge q located at point P with position vector R. Now we will discuss about important parameter in our electromagnetic theory, that is nothing but electric field intensity. Electric field intensity or this parameter electric field intensity, or we can call this as electric field strength or electric field strength represented by, it is represented by E. What I said in introduction class, okay, in Coulomb's law, before entering into Coulomb's law, I stated like this, that is this Q generates field this Q generates field, this Q generates field, this field exerts, this field exerts force on the test charges, force on test charge, force on test charges. That means what? You have the Q, this Q generates fields like this, this Q generates fields like this. Okay, if you want to measure this field strength, we require the test charges. Let us take a Q1 is placed here, Q2 is placed here, then we will get the force. This Q generates this field exerts force on this Q1, Q2 and Q3 and so on Qn. Okay, that means what? Field is due to this charge on test charges. If you measure that field strength, or else again go to this one first, generates field, this field exerts force. If you measure the force on these test charges due to this Q, that gives electrical field strength or electric field intensity. Once again I am repeating, a charge generates what? Field. That field exerts force on the test charges. Q generates what? Q generates field. Q generates field. This field exerts force on test charge or test charges. Let us take a test charge as Q2, QT, or else let us take capital QT. Then if you measure this force for this test charge, basically this force exerts on this test charge due to this Q. If you measure this force for this unit test charge, it gives what? Field strength due to this Q. Means I have a force, this force exerted on this Q2 due to this field, but this field is due to what? This Q. So that's why it is what? Source for our electric field. That's why electric field intensity or electric field strength is defined as what? Force per unit test charge. Once again see, this Q source charge generates electric field or field. This field exerts force on test charge. If you measure this force for this test charge, that gives what? Strength of this field. That strength is called as what? Electric field strength or electric field intensity. That is given by what? E bar equal to F bar by QT. And apply Coulomb's law. What is Coulomb's law? From Coulomb's law we have expression Q1 into Q2, that is Q1 we consider Q and Q2 is what? Like this. Then 4 pi epsilon, I am writing here, that is 4 pi epsilon r square into unit vector AR by QT. Then this QT cancel out. Finally we got expression for this E bar is nothing but what? That is Q by 4 pi epsilon r square AR. Basically we didn't get this direct force. Okay, these sources generates fields. From that fields we will get the effects. That effects are nothing but force here. If you measure this effect or force per unit test charge, that gives what? Field strength due to this Q, that is nothing but what? Electric field intensity. That electric field intensity is given by what? E equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon r square AR for the point charge. This point charge also called as what? Discrete charge. Point charge is also called as what? Discrete charge. We have basically in practical cases, charge is distributed uniformly along the line, that is line charge, or it may be distributed along the surface, that is called as surface charge, or it may be distributed along the volume charge. So that's why types of the charges, this one point charge, and if it is distributed along the line continuously, that means large number of charges distributed along the length of the line, along the length of the line with the smaller space between them. So that type of charge is called as what? Line charge. Okay. In case of the surface charge, charge is distributed uniformly throughout the surface. Okay. What I want to say is, we need to find electric field intensity due to line charge, surface charge, volume charge. In addition to discrete charge means point charge, we have continuous charge distribution. Continuous charge distribution means what? In case of the point charge, each and every point is unique. Okay, they are different. It is Q1, Q2, and take another one, that is Q3. Okay. The separation is large in case of the discrete point charges, whereas in case of continuous charge distribution, we have the charge distribution. We have large number of charges. They are closely spaced each other. That means what? The separation between these large number of charges is very small. We have different types of continuous charge distribution. That is, types of continuous charge distribution is nothing but, first one is line charge. Second one is surface charge. Or else write like this. First one is line charge. Second one is surface charge. And third one is volume charge. This is third one. And second one surface charge. And we have first one, that is line charge. What is meant by line charge? In this case, our charge, that is, we have continuous charge that is distributed uniformly throughout the length of the line, like this. Let us consider the length of the line is L, and here we have the charge density. The charge density is nothing but rho suffix L. This charge density is called as line charge density. If I divided this L into equal parts of length dl. For the L we will get a total charge Q. For dl we will get what? dq. Then this line charge density is given by rho L. For each dl you will get dq. So that's why dl equal to what? dq by dv, or else charge per unit length. What about the charge here? That is nothing but dq by dl. For each dl we got dq. Then dq is what? dq equal to what? That is dq equal to what? You need to send the dl to this side. We got what? Rho L into dl. This is dq. Then q equal to what? Apply integration on both sides. This is d. D means what? Differentiation. If you apply integration on both sides, integration and differentiation on this side cancelled out. Here we will get what? Rho L into dl. That is q. In this case, I am writing this here, that is q equal to what? Integral rho L dl. It is integral rho L dl in case of line charge. Similarly, for surface charge, in this case, charge is uniformly distributed throughout the surface like this with uniform charge density rho s. That means for this rho s, total charge is q. If I divided, it is distributed uniformly throughout the surface with uniform charge density rho s. The surface area of this one is s. For s we will get total charge as q. If you divided this one to equal parts of surface like this, that is ds, here it is ds, this ds gives what? dq. For total surface we will get q, for ds we will get dq. Then rho s, that is surface charge density, it is called as what? Surface charge density is given by what? Charge per unit surface area, charge per unit surface area, charge per unit surface area. In this case we can take this as what? That is dq by ds, dq by ds. Then you will get what? dq equal to what? Integral dq equal to rho s ds, rho s ds. Here q equal to what? Integral rho s ds. Units are satisfied. Okay, and the units of rho s is what? The units of q is coulombs. The units of this one is what? Coulombs per meter square. That means it is coulombs per meter square. Charge is measured in terms of the coulombs. Area is measured in terms of meter square. So that's why rho s is measured in terms of coulombs per meter square. Here it is measured in terms of what? The unit of rho L. Q is coulombs. Here L, dl means length. dl means length. Here see here. dl means length. It is measured in meters. It is in coulombs. It should be, rho L should be in what? Coulombs per meter. Coulombs per meter. C means coulombs. Now volume charge. In this case, charge is distributed uniformly throughout the volume. In this case, charge is distributed uniformly throughout the volume like this. Like this, with uniform volume charge density. For L I consider rho L, for S I consider rho S. In this case we need to consider what? Rho V. For entire volume total charge is Q. For if you consider differential volume, then you will get what? dq. So that's why rho V is what? Charge per unit volume. Charge per unit volume. What about charge? You need to consider a smaller portion, that is dV. For dV you got dq, dq by dV, and from this we can write dq as what? dq equal to rho V dV, rho V dV, that is dq equal to rho V dV, and applied integration on both sides, you will get what? Integration differentiation cancelled out. Q equal to what? Integral rho V dV, integral rho V dV. It is Q. Okay. Already we derived electric field intensity due to point charge as what? E equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon r square AR. And medium you need to take what? Free space. It is what? It is for line charge. It is for line charge. And for it is for point charge. It is for point charge. For line charge, you need to replace this Q with this charge. That is what? Integral rho L dl. It is, as it is line charge, we have the line integral. That is integral rho L dl by 4 pi epsilon r square AR. Let us take integration represent here. That is integral rho L dl 4 pi epsilon r square AR. That is what? It is for line charge. Similarly for surface charge, E equal to what? E equal to what? For surface charge, E equal to integral rho s ds by 4 pi epsilon r square AR. That is for surface. That is for surface charge. And last one for volume charge, I am writing here. Last one, that is what? E equal to, you need to replace that Q with what? Integral rho v dv by 4 pi epsilon r square AR. It is for volume charge. It is for volume charge. It is for volume charge. Now tell me, what about the units of rho L? Coulomb per meter. What about the units of rho S? Coulomb per meter square. Similarly, the unit of rho V is nothing but what? Charge per unit volume. Charge is measured in terms of the coulomb and volume means meter cube. If you apply this one, that is coulomb per meter cube, here volume means meter cube, coulomb per meter cube cancel out, you will get what? That is coulombs means charge. Okay, this is all about the electric field intensity due to point charge, line charge, surface charge, volume charge. Okay, and I had given a definition, a simple definition: electric field intensity, What is the definition? It is nothing but force per unit charge. Force per unit test charge. Force per unit test charge. Why you need to define like this only? Because this field is generated by source charge. This field is generated by what? Source charge, that is taken as Q. Okay, this field exerts on the charges. This field exerts on the charges like this. Here you have force exerts on this field exerts force on test charges. Force on test charges. Okay, I will explain this one with an example. Suppose you bought a mobile, you want to test your mobile by calling to your friend. Okay, let us say it is source, your handset is source. Okay, you are trying to call your friend. Okay, if you call to your friend, in that case it generates fields, that means generates signals. Okay, if it is connected, means what? This field is connected to what? Okay, your handset generates the fields. Okay, that fields exerts force on handset of your or else mobile of your friend. Okay, in that case it is treated as test. Okay, how we can tested your handset or mobile your mobile handset? This generates fields, means signal. That signal is detected here. In order to test that detected signal, we require some test quantity like test charge. Okay, in this case our source generates field. This field exerts force on test charge. So that's why we can define the strength of this field due to this one. That's why this field generates force on what? Test charge, that is Qt. So that's why electric field intensity is defined as what? Force per unit test charge. Okay, this is all about today's class. We will meet in next class. Thank you.